All right, we're doing a special kind of little piece because it is the 75th anniversary of Robin. And at San Diego Comic Con this year, they announced that they are having two big Robin events. The one that we probably won't really talk about that much will probably be the Robin War, which crosses over with more of the books that I'm reading right now. I don't think you're only reading like what Damien, the
Yeah.
Robin, son of Batman, and I'm reading Gotham Academy and We Are Robin. So we'll meet up in the middle somewhere. But what we're more excited for is that we're getting a weekly comic called Batman and Robin Eternal. So yeah, that's what we're kind of gonna dedicate the month of. We're gonna have a 6-part special covering all the Robins. We're gonna start with Damien and work our way back. We're talking favorite issues, origins, fandom reaction, and of course, joining me as always on these special little things, Phil from Before the Bat and World's Finest.
Hey, everyone.
Now, if you listen to either Channel 52 or World's Finest, you might know I'm not so fond of Damian Wayne, but you might be surprised to know that that wasn't always true. Q feels what? Have you always liked Damian Wayne, or has he grown on you like a tumor?
um, he's definitely grown on me. When they first introduced him, I was like, "Oh, this kid's a brat. Is this gonna work? Is this just gonna be some kind of gimmick?" I think I started to like him when Bruce was missing and presumed dead, and he started working with Dick Grayson because I think Dick was a better guide for him than Bruce.
I like Damian Wayne before he was Damian Wayne. Back when he was just kind of that unnamed infant. What story was that? I think it was Son of the Demon. And then the next one where he gets his name is in Kingdom Come, Ibn al Zufash, which just literally means son of the bat. And he was like Lex Luthor. Remember Lex Luthor's Inner Circle from Kingdom Come? You remember?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I know they played that as he was Ra's al Ghul's grandson, just like Dane, but I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be the same character.
That's
Or...
kind of where people have really gotten that. Like that's where it really kind of came from, and they
Mm-hmm.
just kind of ran with it, the idea of it, I guess. So yeah, that's my favorite kind of version. I never really liked the Brotherhood of the Bat. I don't know if you read that one from like 1995, where his name's Talent Wayne.
No, I haven't read that.
That one wasn't so good because he was basically like going against the League of Assassins, and I guess I like when they play up his Al Ghul side of things more than the Wayne side of things.
And then, did you read the current with the first issues of this current version of Damien? Wow, it was Grant Morrison's first issues on
Yeah,
Batman. I think it was like 655 or something. Yeah.
yeah, I did in research for this. He is Grant Morrison. I like him, obviously. They tapped him to expand upon the story of the demon, the son of the demon storyline, and I guess that was because of the Infinite Crisis. Like they wanted to quote unquote remodel Batman's personality.
Yeah, not. Yeah, I guess not. Maybe not make him quite as dark. Because wasn't that in 52? Didn't they do that same thing? Where they had him go in a cave and do whatever, and he came back out, and he was kind of like, "I've been healed" or whatever.
Yeah, because then they tried to actually make. Remember when they made Kingdom Come like a official in like what is it, the final issue of just 52, and where Kingdom Come is designated as alternate Earth as Earth 22 or whatever, and then that kind of makes him the actual part of the DC multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it gets weird after like the 52 thing, and it's just like I don't know if I want to really be dealing with this at that point. So it just got weird for me, and I just kind of left it alone until like I think Blackest Night maybe.
Yeah, Blackest Night. It was like right after Bruce Wayne disappeared. So yeah, that was probably because they introduced Damien, then he disappeared for a while, and then he showed up like right at the end of Batman R.I.P.
Yeah, well, yeah, it goes. The story arc order goes Batman, R.I.P. Then it's Battle for the Cowl. Then it's Batman Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Red Robin. That is a good one too. That whole story arc is really good. And then it's Blackest Night.
Oh yeah.
But Blackest Night was interesting. I think that's where I really liked them the most before post pre New 52.
Mm-hmm. You probably like new Blackest Night because Deadman was controlling him part of the time.
Probably, you know what, to tell you the truth. I also liked him when he did the Teen Titans thing. That was pretty cool. I knew about that, and I just kind of
What?
issues. Remember? Damian joins the Teen Titans, trying to be like Dick all the time.
Yeah,
That one was good. I liked.
yeah. Because I don't think he even wanted to go at first, but like I think they kind of I think Dick kind of pushed him and said, you know, Dick tried to steer him down the same path that Dick himself went down. Because that's why Dick was a better guide, I think, for him than Bruce, because Dick had walked the walk already. You know, he created the role of Robin, so he's like, this is how you are, this is how you fill the role of Robin.
Yeah, and I liked his friendship with Ravisher. It was really good because they had this kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, well, it was kind of the opposite thing, but they both did have to like live up to their dad's reputations, I guess, or live down their dad's reputations in a sense.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I like him when he's around people his age instead of just being this bratty, brooding kind of kid, I guess. Is the conclusion that I came to after all this research. So, what is your favorite like story arc for him?
Like I said, I like when he worked with Dick Grayson. He had some good stories, I think, even on his own. And did you read Streets of Gotham?
The first like 2, 3 issues, and it kind of plotted for me.
Okay, see, yeah, like the first half of Streets of Gotham, I never even read when it came out. I got like the trade, and so I think it was a little better reading it all at once. But yeah, there was some solo stuff with Damien's in there I really liked. I think towards the end, well, I'd say like the first, what is it, 16 issues of the original Batman and Robin series, like when he's working with Dick and up until the point when Bruce returns. I think those are some really good stories in there.
Where's the one? Is it Batman number 66 that I think it's 2000 where they feature the incarnation of an adult Damian Wayne and he is Batman? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Oh yeah, Batman 666.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one actually. Surprisingly.
They kind of expanded on that. Did you read? Well, what was the name of that? It was a 4-issue miniseries. I forget if they called it Damien, Son of Batman. It was something like that. It was a 4-issue series, and it kind of explored that future a little more and how he got there.
Now that I think about it, Batman Beyond is a little reminiscent of that. The newer one with Tim Drake.
Uh huh.
And I think that's probably why I might.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a 4-issue miniseries where they went into it where like they killed, like Dick was still Batman. They killed him, and then they made it seem like Bruce was dead, but they had Bruce show up later. But yeah, that's what they showed Damon getting all dark and training to be Batman. And
They killed him in Batman Incorporated. Like, okay, I'm still bitter about Batman Incorporated because it only had 8 issues. It was really something interesting and cool. And they killed him in that one. And that's why I was confused about why he was back. And then I was like, it was like some chaos shard or something brought him back.
oh yeah, yeah, he was kidnapped by some of Darkseid's people, and there was like yeah some kind of chaos shard. Because when he first came back, he basically had like Superman like powers. He could fly. He was basically invulnerable. He had super strength, but then he eventually just used up all the energy or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it got weird. And I was just like, wait, what? And I didn't feel like going back to see what I missed. But then, like, Batman Incorporated got canceled, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because when he first came back, he was basically like Superman. I mean, there was one issue I think Batman and Robin. He basically grabbed Penguin and a bunch of other rogues, and he flew them up like in the upper atmosphere, and he like basically threatening them. He's like settle down or you're getting
Was,
dropped.
was that around the time when they did Batman Superman 77, where it's him and Supergirl? That was from 2010, though, so maybe not.
Yeah, no. This was all in the New
Oh,
52
okay. I did like
when
that
they
issue,
when
actually.
they killed him and brought him back. Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever read that issue?
Hmm. I think yeah, the old yeah, the Superman Batman. Yeah, I have all those.
And then Batgirl number 17 was really good. But like I like that it's just a one and done kind of story. Like I didn't need to like a 5 issue arc or anything. It was just like a cool fun thing, and they were done with it. And I kind of like that a lot, actually.
Mm. Oh yeah, and they also had a World's Finest miniseries during the time when Dick was Batman. And like, so was it a 4-issue miniseries? And it was like each issue featured a someone from the Superman family of books and someone from the Batman side. And I think Damien's issue, he ran into the Guardian.
Wow.
Yeah, because Guardian was just like he's like, if you keep like hurting people, he's like, I'm gonna take you in. And Damien's like, I'd like to see you try, old man, and all, you know.
Speaking of Batgirl 17, did you ever read it? Because y'all should know that like Stephanie Brown is like up there in the top tier of my favorite like Robins, even though she's kind of sort of not canon depending on who you ask at what time.
Damien didn't show a lot of people respect, but if he was all totally about disrespected Stephanie Brown, I mean, just making comments like, where's your chest at and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, kind of like that's the character that I kind of was like, yeah, that tracks. He's a jerk. And I like that they played it up and like just Stephanie Brown's reactions to it. So again, it's a standalone adventure, but I still thought that that was very interesting dichotomy.
Yeah, it's just funny that he had like no respect for Stephanie Brown, but like he had like a major crush, I think, on was it Cassie Kane, the previous Batgirl.
Oh yeah, when they do the Red Robin thing.
Oh yeah, and he just sees her kicking butt. And he's like, oh, who's that?
Oh, that's it reminds. Have you ever seen a movie called Dutch with Ed O'Neill from Married with Children?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh well, they like. Long story short, they get like they get stranded and they get picked up by these call girls, and like the kid has been a jerk to everybody except for this one chick with boobs. I just watched it. Like my boyfriend just made me watch it last night, and I instantly just thought of that. Oh, have you ever heard of something called Little Gotham?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, apparently they have some Damian Wayne issues that I stumbled across. It's issue one, two, three, and
Hmm.
six, and they're really actually kind of cute, and they have a more sympathetic side to him. And they're usually holiday themed adventures, but you know, and I think they were only digital, right, or something like that.
Maybe I'm not sure, but I mean, he'd have to be kind of more sympathetic, wouldn't he? Because aren't those geared more towards kids? So you really can't have him being too much of a jerk.
Yeah, but and then Batman's definitely like a stern daddy, where I don't really see that in most of the other stuff that we've talked about. Period.
Mm.
He's kind of very ho hum with Damien, and it's like, why even give him this pairing? Why give him this extra baggage? I just don't believe the interactions that they have at
Hmm.
all. I think that's why I just don't like the idea of Damien in this post New 52 world because they just don't know what to do with him. It feels like they brought him in like they did with Robin initially to bring out something different in him, but I don't really see it. I guess.
Yeah, that's what I think his weakness is, that he worked perfectly, I think, once again with Dick Grayson, because Dick is lighter. You had that light and dark combination again, but this time you had a lighter Batman and a darker Robin. He's too much like Bruce, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's no dichotomy.
Yeah, because they're, I think they wrestle with ways to try to show him. That's why he's so bratty and rebellious half the time, because they have to show you a difference. That how was he different than Bruce Wayne? He's more impetuous and
Yeah, because the what is it? Batman and Robin, Born to Kill. Like that was rough for me to get through because they literally don't make a good team at all.
yeah, no, yeah. Is that when Bruce first comes back, or it might even be the beginning of the New
Yep,
50? Yeah.
the first 17 issues comes back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they were basically all at each other's throats because Bruce is all like, "You'll follow my orders," and Damien's always like, "Well, that's not how me and Dick did it."
I don't know. This was an interesting kind of journey from his, just from being like this nameless infant to just this really big, uh, divisive force within the fandom. Like, some people like Damien and what he brings to the table, specifically with, Bruce, and other people just like me. I hate it because, like I said, I just feel like there's like no need for it. Like, Dick was the first, and he was kind of the best in my personal opinion. But at least, well, I will say that they after they retconned Jason Todd's kind of things, trying to not make him just like Dick, it got a little better, and then he brought something interesting to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But like for Damien, it's just like I don't know. This is like if Bruce had grown up with a father that was it was like some weird random alternate universe or something. I'm just like, when are we gonna wake up and this was all just a dream at this point?
Yeah, I think that was my problem with Damien at first, because I was like, "Oh, is he gonna be almost like a carbon copy of Jason, like attitude wise?"
But I think some writers they definitely have a better grasp on him. I just don't like him with Bruce. I really did. Out of everybody, I liked him with Dick, and I loved him on Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe that might be the route to go after his book is done. Uh,
Yeah.
my personal opinion. I think he needs a team dynamic. I loved him in Gotham Academy. Just put him around people his age and let him like he. I think he's been stagnant, is what it is, for a long time.
Yeah. Because they're trying. I don't know. They're trying to build that father-son relationship with Bruce, and it for some reason it doesn't click.
Do you think it ever will? Do you think they should age him up a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe age him up. I mean, settle. I don't know but if you settle him down a little bit, is he still going to be the same Damien? I don't know.
I think he needs to grow as a character. I think he can't constantly be this angry, spoiled brat. I know he has some heavy issues to deal with, but I mean, oh, speaking of that, is he still technically like an art like a test tube baby? Did they re-retcon that? Like I had, like I said, I skimmed through a lot of issues. You remember, you know what I'm talking about, where he was when they initially had him Talia drop him off, he was like a test tube baby raised in a laboratory, right?
I think I don't know because like I think when Grant Morrison originally wrote this his Batman run, they showed like a flashback scene where Talia
Yeah,
like drugged Bruce.
yeah. Then he said it wasn't continuity, but then he says now it's because she drugged him,
Yeah, because like in the
and then they argue back and forth
because
about
in
it.
the original Son of the Demon, they basically just did it, but then he kind of Morrison kind of retconned it, so she had to drug him. So I don't know,
Yeah,
is the Bill Cos.
but then they go back and forth on that in interviews. Like I've heard like four different people ask him, and he gave four different answers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they've ever fully said what's canon now. Because I'm like I told you, during the whole time when he was working with Dick, he crippled his back at one point, Damien, and like Talia swooped in and like took him away for a while and put him into like a some kind of tank where I don't know they genetically like grew him a new spine or something.
Wait, doesn't he? What's that storyline where he actually comes face to face with his own like aged up clone or whatever? That one was a good one too.
Yeah, that was in the New 52 Batman and Robin, and the clone is actually the one who killed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's where he dies. Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one actually, and that's what always kind of made me wonder if that was canon or not. Like the whole thing with him being grown in a laboratory and all that stuff. I just would like a definitive answer about that. I guess because like I can understand if he's a test tube baby and he didn't like grow in a womb. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, although I don't know if maybe they're saying he's a test tube baby because with New 52, well no, it's like with New 52 the characters haven't been around for 10 the characters have only been around for 5 years, right? So if Bruce Wayne is a 10-year-old kid, that would have meant that they would have conceived him before he became Batman. So maybe that's why they said he was a test tube baby so they could say they accelerated his growth or something. I don't know.
Wait, that's not canon anymore, right? That whole 5 years
What?
thing.
I don't know. I've never heard them say otherwise. I don't
It's
know.
stupid.
I know
Especially
because
with Batman, like he's had all these Robins, and it's all okay.
I know that's because I've seen people online trying to work out the math. They were like, "Well, Batman's only been around 5 years." So they're like, "Okay, so what? Everyone's only been Robin for like a year."
Dick Grayson, like really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, Dick Grayson for a year or two, then Jason Todd for a year, Tim Drake for a year.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time working out, especially that like Superman doesn't really matter so much, but Batman because he has all these great side characters and rogues in his rogues gallery. Honestly,
And all the good storylines. I mean, did they throw out half the storylines for New 52? I mean, did Nightfall still happen? Did No Man's Land still happen?
no, yeah, yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, it seems like it, but then they like kind of dance around it, and I don't know. I think that's probably like I feel like Damian Wayne is the new Superboy. Superboy, you now you know the
Yes.
whole story behind the Superboy punch, right?
Yeah, how they originally brought Jason Todd back. Yeah. Yeah.
Ruins the continuity and all that stuff. I feel like Damien is that. So I think that's where my problem with Damien really initially lied. But when I did some further research,
Mhm.
there's some really great stories to be had, whether they're in continuity or out. I don't know, but and like I said, I read Robin, Son of Batman, the first two issues. It seems like they're trying to give him something interesting to do, but at the same time, he's alone and he just seems kind of whiny because you know when comic book characters are alone, they have that constant inner monologue or whatever, and that gets a little old.
I think I bet I can. Bet you your main problem with Damien is that he isn't written consistently, and that's probably because Morrison brought him in. Right around the time they were going Infinite Crisis, then Final Crisis, then New 52. So, I mean, he's been, the minute Damien came in, they were basically rebooting the universe over and over and over.
Yes. Like I said, some of the interesting storylines that I like, they aren't technically continuity, and that's a shame. They could grow from a lot of those different stories, and they haven't.
I think that is the main problem with the Damien character. Just like a lot of the new DCU characters, like Casual Friday Superman, who we don't like now. Damien isn't written consistently all the time. Some people make him more bratty. Some people make him, more heroic, maybe.
I don't know. I think that they need to find a good balance, and I just want to see this character mature and maybe get like a flash forward or like an Elsewhere tale like we had before, and see what he's like as an adult. And if people like that, go for it. Go down that road to get him there. And if people don't, adjust and try again.
Yeah, maybe not to adulthood, but I know when they introduced him, he was supposed to be 10. I don't know if is he still 10 years old? Because I was going to
It
say
seems
maybe,
like he's like 12, but they haven't really said.
yeah, I was going to say flash forward him to like 12 or 13. Like you were saying, get him working with the Teen Titans, maybe give him a girlfriend or something.
No girlfriends.
You don't think? You don't think that'll humanize him maybe a
Maybe a
little bit?
boyfriend.
Well, give him somebody.
I'm just joking.
Oh, jeez.
So that's our ongoing gag is everybody's
Yeah.
Batman and Superman are gonna be hooking up before you know it.
No, I think that no, that version of that's Midnighter and what's that other character?
I don't know, but I don't know. There's some good stories to be had. What would you recommend as a like if people wanted to get to know Damien now post New 52? What's a good jumping on point? I can't answer that at all because I have no idea.
Probably the current Damien, the son of Batman or whatever it's called, Damien, son of Batman.
I thought it was
Uh,
Robin's Batman.
maybe yeah, Robin, son of Batman. Yeah, because I was gonna say I think that miniseries was Damien, son of Batman. Yeah, Robin, son of Batman. Probably the last Batman and Robin series, the New 52 one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you read the Robin like more carefully than I do. Is it any like is it consistent from what we last saw him of last title we saw him in or?
What, the Robin, son of Batman?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same writer, so yeah, it kind of seems like a continuation. It's just with Bruce gone, it's Damien's struck out on his own.
Okay. So, do you think that that's not going to be an ongoing title once Bruce comes back under the cowl, or?
You never know, because I mean, Tim Drake had his own Robin series for like 180, what was it, 183 issues or something. And I mean, Bruce was around for most of that, so I mean, Damien could have his own solo book.
Do you think he deserves his own solo book?
Maybe with this new series, maybe if it's written well, maybe he'll earn it.
Like I said, he's just a kid, though. Wasn't Tim Drake a little bit older than that?
Tim Drake, yeah, I think he might have been maybe 14 or 15 when the series started.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As I'm getting through my Tim Drake reading material for the
That's
next.
right. But I mean, the solo series might be better because, like we were saying, a lot of the problem is him and Bruce don't mesh that well. So maybe he might be better to have him in a solo series.
Yeah, but is he really that interesting on his own? Is what I'm asking you. I
I
guess.
don't know. Well, I mean, you could always have people dropping in from time to time too. You can have Grayson, you can have Red Robin, even Bruce when he comes back.
Yeah, that's all that I'm concerned about. I just don't feel like Damien as a solo individual character is interesting enough for me to like actually want to buy the title consistently if it's just him inner monologuing all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe give him time to, I don't know, to get a backstory, a history. Because I mean, in real time, the character's only been. When did Morrison bring him in? Was it 2006 or 2007?
It's 2006. Yep.
So even in the real world, he hasn't even been around 10 years. And like we said, they keep rebooting the continuity. So
Okay, like I just want to see him on a Teen Titan team. I think that would be really interesting. I liked
yeah,
it the first time around, and they were playing with a lot of Teen Titan teams. It seems like coming up here.
that's what I would like. Give Tim Drake his a solo book again, and put Damien on the Teen Titans.
But I think that there's some potential for this character if they let him age. Like you just can't keep him 10, 12 years old forever. It's not interesting as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but it's comic book time, so it's like how quickly do you age them?
I mean, I don't know. Like, since they're not writing books for kids anymore, why the hell? Like, unless you're just gonna keep this as this is supposed to bring in the young readers, maybe? Do you think? I can totally see that. Then.
I don't know, because and then I think with New 50, except for Damien, I think once they started New 52, I think they might have de-aged the rest of the Robins too. Because I thought they knocked a couple years off Dick Grayson, Tim Drake,
A
who
couple, but that's just so they could relive those emo, angsty,
yeah,
young
because like
adult years.
yeah, because like Dick Grayson, I thought right before New 52, he was he closer to mid 20s, and then I thought they
Yeah, I
knocked
thought it
him
was like 25, 26.
yeah, and then I think with New 52, they knocked him back down to like 21 or something.
I don't know. I mean, if that's what they're doing with the the Damien title, I can kind of applaud that. But it's really dark. I don't know that I would let my 10, 12 year old read that. I don't know. I wish the character Damian Wayne the best of luck. I'll check back in about 7 issues, I guess, with that title because right now it's off my pull list. Ain't got time to read it. Ain't got the interest right now, so you can keep me up to date.
I will.
You keep our audience up to date too.
I will. They they can also write in and tell keep us up to date.
Yeah, speaking of which, if you would like to win an issue of what's a good issue to give away digitally though? I think that Batman Incorporated issues 1 through 8 is really good.
Yeah,
Or you also have what is it? Batman and the Black Glove trade digitally from the Batman and Sun run 655 to 658.
yeah, that's yeah. I was gonna say anything with Damien in it. Give that this week. Give away a Damien issue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a good one.
What about
Ooh, I know Batman and Robin annual #1.
annual #1? I was gonna say Batman and Robin #1. The
Because it's an
original one was
oversized issue and it's a kind of a standalone too. It's where you remember where Damien's in the Batcave all to himself.
yes,
Yeah, I think that's the issue we're gonna give away. Batman and Robin annual #1 from 2013. So be the first one of the first 3 people to send an email into podcast channel 52 at gmail.com. And if you're a winner, check out the facebook.com/channel 52 podcast next week. I will also tweet it out as well. So get to writing what you think about Damian Wayne. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Are you somewhere in between? Well, that does it for our discussion on Damian Wayne. I look forward to hearing our listeners' thoughts and opinions about Damian Wayne. Like I said, I know he's a very divisive character. I'm mainly interested in the people that are for Damien, what they like about him, but I'm also interested to see how other people feel about him that don't like him. Are they like me? Like, ew, why is this kid around? Like, just de-age Dick already, if that's what you want to do. So yeah, until next week, we're gonna, when we talk about Tim Drake, we'll catch you later.